Om Sai Ram, Chapter 12 Sai Leelas, Experiences of Kaka Mahajani, Dumal Pleader, Mrs. Nimonkar, Mule Shastri, a doctor. Now let us see in this chapter how devotees were received and treated by Baba. Saint's Mission. We have seen before that the purpose and object of the divine incarnation is to protect the good and destroy the wicked. But the mission of the saints is quite different. To them, the good and the wicked are the same. First, they draw the evildoers, set them to the right path. They are the Agasti, to destroy the Bhavasagara, the ocean of worldly existence, or the sun, to destroy the darkness of ignorance. The God dwells in saints. In fact, they are not different from him. Our Sai is one of these, who incarnate for the welfare of the devotees. Supreme is knowledge surrounded with divine aura. He loved all beings equally. He was unattached. Foes and friends, kings and paupers, all were same to him. Here is Porus. For the sake of devotees, he gave a stock of merits and was ever alert to help them. But the devotees could never approach him unless he meant to receive them. If their appointed time did not come, they did not remember Baba, as his leelas could not reach their ears. Then how could they think of seeing him? Some men desired to see Sai Baba, but they did not get the opportunity of taking his darshan till his Mahasamadhi. There are many such persons whose desire for Baba's darshan was not satisfied. If these persons believing in him listen to his leelas, their quest for darshan will be to a great extent satisfied by the leelas. Even if some persons went there by sheer luck and took Baba's darshan, were they able to stay there longer? No. Nobody could go there on his own accord. Nobody could stay there longer if Baba did not wish to. They could stay there so long as Baba permitted them to stay and had to leave the place when asked to do so. Everything depended on Baba's divine will. Kaka Mahajani. Once Kaka Mahajani went to Shirdi from Mumbai. He wanted to stay there for 1 week and enjoy the Gokula Ashtami festival. As soon as he took Baba's darshan, Baba asked him, "When are you returning home?" He was rather surprised at this question, but he had not to give any answer. He said that he would go home when he was ordered to do so. Then Baba said, "Go tomorrow." Baba's word was law and was to be obeyed. Kaka Mahajani therefore left Shirdi immediately. When he went to his office in Mumbai, he found that his employer was anxiously waiting for him. The Munim, the manager, had suddenly fallen ill and hence Kaka's presence was absolutely necessary. He had sent a letter to Kaka at Shirdi, which was redirected to him in Mumbai. Bahu Sahib Dumal. Now listen to another story. Once Bahu Sahib Dumal was going to Nippad for a case. On the way he came to Shirdi to take Baba's darshan and wanted to proceed to Nippad immediately. But Baba did not permit him to do so. He made him stay at Shirdi for a week or more. In the meanwhile, the magistrate of Nippad suffered intensely from pain in his abdomen and the case was adjourned. Mr. Dumal, then allowed to go, attended the case. It went on for some months and it was tried by 4 magistrates. Ultimately, Mr. Dumal won the case and the client was acquitted. Mrs. Nimonkar. Mr. Nanasaheb Nimonkar, Vatandar of Nimon, and the honorary magistrate was staying in Shirdi with his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Nimonkar, were spending most of their time in the masjid with Baba, serving him. It so happened that their son fell ill in Belapur and the mother decided, with Baba's consent, to go to Belapur and see her son and also other relatives and stay there for a few days. But Mr. Nana Sahib asked her to return the next day. The lady was in a fix and did not know what to do, but her god Sai came to her help. While leaving Shirdi, she went to Baba, who was standing in front of Satewada with Mr. Nana Sahib and others, and prostrated at his feet and asked his permission to go. Baba said to her, Go quickly and be calm and unperturbed. Stay comfortably at Belapur for 4-5 days. See your relatives and then return to Shirdi." How opportune were Baba's words. Mr. Nana Sahib's proposal was overruled by Baba's decree. Mule Shastri of Nasik. An orthodox Agnihotri Brahmin of Nashik, Mule Shastri, who had studied the 6 Shastras and was well versed in astrology and palmistry, once came to Shirdi to see Babu Sahib Bhuti, the famous milliner of Nagpur. After seeing him, he and others went to see Baba in the masjid. Baba bought various fruits and other things from vendors with his own money and distributed them to the people present in the masjid. Baba used to press the mangoes on all sides so skillfully, and that when Baba sucked it, he got the entire pulp at once in his mouth and could throw away the seed. Plantains were peeled off by Baba and the pulp was distributed to the devotees while the skins were retained by Baba for himself. Mule Shastri, a palmist, wanted to examine Baba's palm and asked him to extend his palm. Baba ignored his request and gave 4 plantains to him. Then they all returned to the Vada and Mule Shastri bathed, wore fresh clothes and started his routine duties of Agnihotra. Then Baba as usual started for Lendi and said, "Take some geru and we shall now today don a saffron colored cloth." None understood what Baba meant, and then after some time when Baba returned and preparations for the noon aarti was being made, Baba Sahib joke asked Mule Shastri whether he would accompany him for the aarti. He replied that he would see Baba in the afternoon. Baba sat on his seat, was worshipped by devotees, and the aarti commenced. Then Baba said, "Get some dakshina from the new Nashik Brahmin." Booty himself went to the Vada to get the dakshina, and when he gave Baba's message to Mule Shastri, he was sorely perplexed. He thought in his mind thus, "I am a pure Agnihotri Brahmin. Why should I pay dakshina? Baba may be a great saint. I am not his dependent." But since great saint like Sai Baba was asking for dakshina through a millionaire like Booty, he could not refuse. So leaving his routine unfinished, he started with Booty to for masjid. Thinking himself holy and the masjid otherwise, he remained at a distance and after joining his palms, threw flowers at Baba from there. And then lo, all of a sudden, he saw not Baba but his late Guru Gopal Swami there. He was wonderstruck. Could this be a dream? No, it was not, as he was wide awake. Then how could his late Guru Gopal be there? He was speechless for some time. He pinched himself and thought again, but could not reconcile the fact of his late Guru being there in the masjid. Ultimately, leaving aside all doubts, he went up and fell at his Guru's feet and then stood there with folded hands. Other people sang Baba's Aarti while Mule Shastri chanted loudly his Guru's name. Then, casting off all his pride of caste and sacredness, he fell at his Guru's feet and closed his eyes. And when he got up and opened his eyes, he saw Baba asking for dakshina. Seeing Baba's blissful form and his inconceivable power, Mule Shastri forgot himself. He was extremely pleased. His eyes were full of tears of joy. He again saluted Baba and gave the dakshina. He said that his doubt was removed and he saw his own Guru. On seeing this wonderful Leela of Baba, all the people, including Mule Shastri, was very much moved. And they realized the meaning of Baba's words, "Bring geru, we shall don saffron clothes." Such is the wonderful Leela of Baba. A doctor. Once a Mamlatdar came to Shirdi with a doctor friend of his. The doctor said that his deity was Rama and that he would not bow before a Mohammedan, so he was unwilling to go to Shirdi. The Malatbar replied that nobody would press him to bow down, so he could just come and give the pleasure of his company. Accordingly, they reached Shirdi and went to the masjid for Baba's darshan. All were wonderstruck to see the doctor going ahead and saluting Baba. They asked him how he forgot his resolve and bowed before a Musalman. Then the doctor replied he saw his beloved deity Rama on the seat. He therefore prostrated himself before him. And then, as he was saying this, again he saw Sai Baba there. Being dismayed, he again said, "Is this a dream? How could he be a Mohammedan? He is a great Yoga Sampanna Avatara." Next day he made a vow and began to fast. He absented himself from the masjid, resolving that he will not go there until Baba blessed him. 3 days passed, and on the 4th day, a close friend of his came from Kandesh, turned up, and with him he went to the masjid for Baba's darshan. After the salutation, Baba asked him whether anybody had gone to call him so that he had come here. Hearing this vital question, the doctor was moved. The same night he was blessed by Baba and he experienced the bliss supreme in his sleep. And then he left for his town, where he remained in the same state for fortnight. Thus his devotion for Sai Baba increased manifold. The moral of the story is mentioned above, especially that of Mule Shastri, is that we should have faith in our Guru and else. More Leelas of Sai Baba will be described in the next chapter. Bo to Sri Sai. Peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.